out. Then he was like, yo, so when we gonna get the chance to, to kick it, like we can just hang out. Then he was like, yo, why don't we like go shopping? I mean, like I pay for it. And I was like, this just saying.
Y'all, what if I told you that 50 Cent just cracked the case that the entire hip-hop industry was too sheck to touch? What if I told you that your favorite rapper's favorite rapper might have been caught slipping in Diddy's bedroom? No less than 50's got the burner phones, the leaked voice notes, and the receipts with timestamps. It's giving industry downfall 101, because apparently Uncle Love wasn't just giving out Ciroc sponsorships and bad boy chains. Nope, he was allegedly passing out executive favors behind closed doors. And let's just say, some of these rappers cashed in like it was tax refund season. So now the petty prince of power himself, Curtis, I keep up all the files, Jackson has officially gone DEFCON 1 on Diddy, and baby, he's naming names, allegedly. But here's the real gag. The rapper's 50 claims were on Diddy's late night playlist. You've definitely streamed them this week. You might even have a poster of one. And let's just say the internet is foaming at the mouth. So grab your popcorn, put your phone on Do Not Disturb, and pray your favorite rapper ain't on this list. Because 50 just opened Pandora's whole damn closet. So boom. The man who gave us Get Rich or Die Trying just might be the one who's making Diddy's entire empire die crying. Because while the street's been whispering for years about what really happens behind those bad boy closed doors, 50 Cent? Baby, he just kicked the damn doors open and exposed the After Hours roster. And no, we're not talking about features on a remix. We're talking about alleged late night rendezvous with some of your favorite male rappers. Strap in now. If you're even remotely tuned into the culture, you already know 50 Cent has been poking at Diddy like a messy ex with Wi-Fi and the vendetta. From cryptic Instagram posts to full-on memes, he's been planting clues for months. But apparently all those giggles and shady captions? Yeah, that was just foreplay. Because what just came out isn't a jab. It's a straight-up knockout punch, according to multiple unnamed industry insiders. The kind that just happened to be sipping champagne in the same VIP as the tea, they claim. Fifth got his hands on a private burner phone once allegedly owned by one of Diddy's former companions. And baby, that burner wasn't just burning, it was scorching. Inside, alleged texts, hotel bookings, NDAs, and even voicemails. Yes, voicemails. Because apparently in this strange, twisted world of hip-hop hookups, these dudes still talk like it's 2003, and what's wild is that some of these names, let's just say you've definitely played their music this week. Legends, hitmakers, Grammy winners, allegedly, and if 50's digital evidence folder is even half as juicy as insiders are claiming, then the fallout could make surviving Bad Boy look like a TikTok dance challenge. Now let's not act brand new. The Diddy speculation has been bubbling longer than a Vegas jacuzzi. Remember the infamous pause-worthy Breakfast Club interviews? Or that time he jokingly asked a fellow rapper if they had partied in the same bed? Nah, this ain't new. What is new? Is that someone as powerful, petty, and well-connected as 50 Cent just took the whispers and turned them into a 3D surround sound scandal, and here's where it gets even messier. Allegedly, 50 Cent has already compiled a rapper hit list, not for a track. Not for revenge, but for exposure. The names on this list? Oh, they're spicy. Think high profile. Chart toppers, married fathers, even one rapper who recently gave a passionate anti-LGBTQ speech at a political rally. That man might need to sit this one out, but why now? Why is 50 going full Batman on Bad Boy? Some say it's about revenge. Others think it's about the culture. But the most viral theory? 50 Cent is reportedly working on a docuseries, yes? Like Surviving R. Kelly, but this one's called Exposing Puffy, I kid you not. Allegedly, there are interview clips, dramatic reenactments, and even blurred-out witnesses who used to work security at the Revolt House. The trailer hasn't dropped yet, but the tagline? You thought it was all love. Until he lit the candles. Whew. And just when you thought that was enough to shut the internet down, nope, because another source claimed 50's also reached out to a few of Diddy's former assistants and dancers. The same ones who mysteriously disappeared from the spotlight in 2016. Coincidence? I think not. But here's the kicker. According to documents allegedly leaked from a third-party law firm, Diddy's team has already fired off cease and desist letters to halt the release of this content, which only adds gasoline to the fire. Because if there's nothing to hide, then why are the lawyers moving faster than a Bad Boy reunion tour refund? And let's not forget how strategic 50 Cent is. This man doesn't just spill tea, he schedules the pour. Insiders say he's already teased the names of two major rappers with initials L and A, allegedly connected to secret hold meets at Diddy's Miami mansion. If true, that alone could fracture entire fan bases. And let's be honest, some of these rap beefs start with a verse, but this one might end with subpoenas. So now the question isn't did it happen? The question is who's next? And as the digital world zooms in on every rapper who's ever been friendly with Diddy, everyone's suddenly quiet. Very quiet. Like disable comments and flee to Bali, quiet. One rapper even allegedly canceled his tour for spiritual reasons just 2 days after 50 posted a cryptic reel showing a man in a pink robe leaving a poolside villa. The caption, Summer Confessions loading. Coincidence? Baby, there are no coincidences when 50 Cents involved. And right when we thought things couldn't get more intense. And just when you thought this saga couldn't get any wilder, baby, 50 pulled out the metaphorical receipts like it was Black Friday at the Shade Room headquarters. We're talking cryptic posts, pixelated screenshots, red-circled photos with arrows like it's a conspiracy theory PowerPoint night at Kanye's house. Because when 50 Cent goes to war, he doesn't bring a sword. He brings a search history, a burner account, and a twisted sense of humor that's sharper than his vitamin water deals. The first bombshell? A now deleted IG story from 50 showing a blurred out face at what appears to be Diddy's infamous pool parties. No names were mentioned, but the caption read, "Told y'all them R&B ninjas was doing more than singing falsetto." The internet went into cardiac arrest. Was it a warning? A threat? Or just another sarcastic jab wrapped in shade and dipped in litigation-proof ambiguity? And then came the leak, allegedly. And when we say allegedly, we mean this came from the cousin of a stylist who used to date a bouncer who worked one night in Diddy's guest house. A private voice note surfaced. The voice was distorted, but the words were chilling. You ever been to one of Puff's parties? Once you go past that velvet curtain, ain't no going back. Excuse me? That one line triggered the internet like a Drake album drop during Kanye's live stream. Suddenly, everyone was a detective. Threads exploded on Reddit. TikTokers started analyzing body language in old interviews like it was the Zapruder film. One user claimed to spot a nervous twitch in Usher's eye when Diddy's name was mentioned. Another pointed out how Kevin Hart once accidentally called him Brother Love Daddy on The Breakfast Club. Coincidence? Or coded cries for help? And it didn't stop there. 50 Cent went full scorched earth mode. He posted a fake but chilling flyer for a fictional club night titled Boy Butler Sundays at Club Love, hosted by Puff. The flyer featured cartoon images of blindfolds, body glitter, and what suspiciously looked like a diaper emoji. The caption, "Let that sink in." Twitter went into DEFCON 50. The blogs couldn't keep up. Jason Lee was allegedly seen throwing his phone across the room. Charlemagne refused to comment. Even TMZ had to ask, is 50 Cent trolling, or is there a real industry house of horrors behind the Diddy dynasty? Now here's where it gets murky. An alleged former Bad Boy intern anonymously contacted the Rumor Oracle, a fake platform we made up just now, but sounds real enough to make you clutch your pearls, and said this: they make you sign NDAs with more pages than a Beyoncé contract. You think you're going to bring someone a mimosa. Next thing you know, you're in a room with silk ropes, the Weeknd playing and Puff telling you it's a spiritual awakening. Now, we're not saying this is true, but if even 10% of what's being implied is real, then Diddy might not just be hosting parties. He might be running a full-blown celebrity eyes wide shut empire. And guess who's been suspiciously quiet? Diddy himself. No press statement, no cryptic tweet, not even a sponsored post for CROC to distract the masses. Just radio silence, which, let's be honest, is louder than any denial. Meanwhile, 50 is practically dancing in the digital ashes. He's reposting memes, dropping vintage clips of Diddy saying things like, "I like vibes, spiritual vibes, naked vibes," and captioning them with, "Y'all ain't ready for the real Bet Uncut." It's not just a takedown, it's a cinematic roast narrated by the king of pettiness himself. And just when the dust started to settle, a video emerged from 2007, buried deep in YouTube's underbelly, where Diddy is seen telling a young male artist, "If you want to make it, in this game you gotta let go of fear. Let go of shame. Let go of clothes too, sometimes. Sir, we beg your pardon." Internet sleuths hit the archives like it was Watergate all over again. 50 reposted the clip with the caption, "Now you see what I've been trying to say? It ain't hate. It's help. I'm trying to save y'all." Now here's the kicker. Insiders are whispering, again, purely fake insiders, that a major network documentary is being pitched as we speak. Title: Behind the Velvet Rope, The Diddy Diaries. Producers allegedly want 50 to narrate, and he's already teasing it by posting an image of himself in a director's chair with the quote, "Coming soon? You won't believe what I found in the vault." Y'all, if even half of this makes it to the screen, it will be the biggest industry exposed since Surviving R. Kelly, except this time, it's wrapped in furs, dancing in champagne showers, and hiding behind the walls of penthouses nobody ever really leaves sober or sane. And just like that, the curtain has been pulled back. But the real question is, how deep does this rabbit hole go? Because if 50's only shared the surface level dirt, then baby, what's buried at the bottom? And right as we ask that, the final twist is creeping in ... And baby, this is where the smoke turns into a 5-alarm fire. Because once the names hit the streets allegedly, we're not just talking about rappers scrambling to delete old photos or unfollow Diddy on Instagram. No, we're talking full-on panic mode. The hip-hop community went into DEFCON 1, and let me tell you, the fallout from this alleged revelation could make even the most cold-blooded label executive start crying into their champagne. Let's start with the most shocking twist, a quiet but immediate freeze on all business partnerships connected to Diddy's empire. Several major brands who once stood proudly behind the mogul's glittering empire are now scrambling to issue statements like, "We are reviewing our partnerships and take these matters seriously." Translation? They're ghosting. 1. Liquor brand, allegedly the same one Diddy used to promote, quietly pulled all his campaign photos from their website within hours of 50's cryptic live stream drop. And if that wasn't enough, sources close to Wall Street, yes, Wall Street, baby claim investors are backing away from anything with even a hint of bad boy in its DNA. "No one wants to be caught holding the bag when the feds show up," said one anonymous hedge fund manager who allegedly told his assistant to liquidate anything tied to Love Records by lunch. Meanwhile, 50 Cent ain't letting his foot off the gas. In fact, he's doubling down like a man possessed. Sources claim he's already compiling a second list of alleged industry insiders, execs, and even a few media influencers who, quote, "knew damn well what was going on and said nothing." Oh, so now we're dragging journalists too? Who you? Someone better hide DJ Vlad's mic before things get ugly. Back in Hollywood, the Damage Control is giving Emmy-worthy performances. One rapper allegedly flew to Bali for a spiritual reset the very next morning, while another reportedly hired a crisis PR firm specializing in Diddy scandals. Baby, how specific is your scandal portfolio that people hire experts for just you? And, let's not ignore the legal vultures circling overhead. Word on the street is that multiple civil lawsuits are being drafted after 50's bombshell. Now, mind you, none of this is confirmed by the courts yet, but whispers of non-disclosure violations, coercive environments, and power. Abuse inside luxury compounds are enough to make any DA's ears perk up. According to one insider attorney, several former associates of Diddy are allegedly in talks to cooperate with investigators if it means immunity. Immunity? Baby, are we in a Netflix cartel drama now? Because this is sounding like the RICO REMIX dot, and while all this chaos unfolds, let's not forget the petty. Instagram is turning into a minefield of shade. One producer posted a blurry video of a champagne fountain with the caption, "Y'all really thought all that glitter was clean?" Another went live, dramatically deleting old photos with Diddy while a CAS Kill Bill played in the background. Petty, theatrical, and so on brand, even more chilling? Some high-profile artists. LLEGEDLY canceled their scheduled studio sessions at Diddy's compound citing unforeseen circumstances. Oh, y'all just now realizing that Mansion had more cameras than a Pentagon drone? Welcome to the party. Meanwhile, 50 is on a press tour like it's Grammy season. Not promoting a show, not pushing liquor, not selling anything, just throwing nuclear level shade. On one podcast, he cryptically said, "The industry's about to have its Epstein Island moment." And let me tell you, that line sent tremors so loud. You could hear our OC Nation shaking, but here's the kicker. The mic drop moment nobody saw coming. Allegedly, a former Bad Boy security chief is in talks with a major streaming platform to produce a tell-all documentary. And guess who's funding it? Allegedly 50 Cent. That's right. He's not just burning bridges, he's filming it in 4K. Now imagine the possibilities. Confessions, unreleased footage, guest interviews from anonymous industry folks with pixelated faces and distorted voices. Baby, this ain't just drama, this is about to be the Super Bowl of scandals. And if the rumors are true, this doc is tentatively titled, "The Party Don't Stop, What Really Happened Behind the Mansion Gates." So what does this mean for the culture, for the business, for the millions of fans who once idolized Diddy and danced to every remix like it was gospel? It means we might be witnessing the unraveling of a hip-hop empire, built on shiny suits and hypnotic hooks, but possibly hiding a darkness underneath it all. It means the golden era may have been plated in something much more sinister. And worst of all, it means we barely scratched the surface, and there you have it. To 50 Cent didn't just light a match. He torched the entire castle. If y'all thought Diddy could slide out of this untouched, baby, think again. This ain't just tea, this is a boiling scandal with receipts, timelines, and whispered confessions that are starting to sound like death bells. The industry is panicking, NDAs are cracking, and Fifth is just getting started. So don't blink. Subscribe, hit that bell, and stay tapped in, because the next name on that burner phone might just snatch a Grammy and a federal case. The saga continues.